Hello, 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 hello.
Every beginning needs light, but not every light shows us the same thing. I am often remembered for protests and marches, but change did not begin there. It began when I could not remain at peace with my own contradictions. You live in a world of speed. I lived in a world of patience. Yet, the question before us is the same. Will you let convenience decide your conscience? Do not ask how big your impact will be. Ask how quietly are you willing to stand alone when applause disappears. What discomfort are you currently avoiding that your future self will hold you accountable for? I spoke often about dreams, but dreams were never meant to be comfortable. They are meant to disturb your sleep until you earn the right to live them. You are called change makers. That means responsibility begins much before recognition arrives. A dream without discipline fades. Discipline without purpose obeys. Change needs both. Does the discipline of my everyday life match the future I claim to care about? I did not go to the margins to save anyone. I went because staying away felt dishonest. Suffering does not ask for sympathy. It asks only one simple thing: presence. A change maker is not defined by distance traveled, but by distance reduced between themselves and another's pain. What pain do I understand well enough to no longer justify walking past? When land is taken, people do not only lose property, they lose memories, they lose voice, they lose future. Change that arrives without listening is only conquest with a new name. Before you decide what to build, ask what must not be destroyed. Whose voice am I not hearing before I decide what progress really means?
Education was never meant to decorate your life. It was meant to disturb injustice, especially when tradition protects it. If learning does not make you uneasy at times, it is not doing its work. A change maker is recognized not by how much they know, but by what they refuse to accept as normal. So the question is, which inequality do I clearly see and still hesitate to challenge?
The lamps are lit. The questions now belong to you.
Welcome, changemakers. Good morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome to all of you. On behalf of I Am Ranchi, we are delighted to have you here for the Young Changemakers Program 4.0, the Ignite edition. Over the next few days, the campus will become a space where learning goes beyond classrooms and textbooks, and where questions matter more than ready made answers. The video we just witnessed did not try to tell us what change looked like. Instead, it asked us what change demands of us. Through five lamps and five questions, it reminded us that change often begins quietly with awareness, reflection, and the courage to think differently.
Each lamp represented a value: conscience, purpose, compassion, justice, and courage. These are not ideas meant only for reflection on a screen. They are values that will come alive during this program, especially as you step into unfamiliar spaces and real experiences during the rural immersion. With that spirit in mind, we now move forward to formally begin today's inauguration. To mark the formal beginning of the Young Changemakers Program 4.0, the Ignite edition, we are honored to invite our distinguished guests who have continually supported and guided initiatives like YCP at I Am Ranchi.
We warmly invite Dr. Deepak Kumar Srivastav, Director, I am Rachi, Professor Ravish Krishnan Kurti, IPM Chairperson, and Professor Gaurav Mayathe to please join us on stage.
We're honored to have you, sirs. Some programs are remembered because they look impressive on paper. Others are remembered because they leave a lasting impact on the people who experience them. The Young Changemakers program belongs firmly to the second kind. At its core, YCP encourages students to step outside familiar spaces, engage with real world realities, and learn through lived experiences rather than assumptions. The person who has consistently shaped this vision, nurtured its spirit, and kept its purpose alive has truly been the soul of this program.
We now invite Professor Gaurav Mayathe to share his thoughts on the Young Changemakers program and what it means to be a changemaker in today's world.
Good morning, all, and respected director, sir, respected dean and chairperson, and my faculty colleague, and my all young change maker. Very warm welcome to I Am Ranchi. The process began long back. More than 3,000 plus different students applied for this program, covering 27 states and 10 plus countries. And now we have, after 2 rounds of selections and interviews and completing your impact edition online, here we have 100 to be change makers or the change makers who are already doing some kind of a work here. For next 5 days to be with together, to go in the village, to live with people, to learn from them, to understand them, to love them, and then probably also contribute back by understanding that what you can bring new to everybody's life. These are going to be the 5 days that I hope would be very memorable to you. Young Changemaker program began 4 years back in I Am Ranchi. It was an idea that came from IPM batch of at that time that we were visiting some of the villages and they thought why not to kind of do something by which we can bring some change in these villages. And then the idea came that why it has to be with us? Why can't we create a network of change makers, and along with that we also generate a revenue which you can contribute back to the village. So slowly the program has evolved. First year it was non-residential. Second year we started with a residential program. Third year it became an international program where students have started coming from various countries. And this is the fourth year where I can say that there are three objectives of this program. One is obviously all the young guys who are here, how you can shape yourself as a future leader. So now I Am Ranchi proudly can say that we have a network of 400 such change makers, and the goal is to reach that around 1,000 in next 5 years. So we'll have 100,000 change makers being nurtured by IIM Ranchi and being mentored by IIM Ranchi, working on various issues across the country. The second goal is a team which conduct this program. If you have seen throughout this whatever 1 or 2 months you are engaged, it's all managed by students. So they themselves evolve in the process and they learn, and many of them are leading into various places and doing a lot of meaningful job. And the third goal is that whatever revenue we generate through this program after the expenses are covered is all contributed to villages. And this would be our second village which will sign MOU with IIM Ranchi. They come here and with a pride and prestige, they decide how they would use this money, and we just BR with them. So like that, we want to build a network of villages who are associated with IIM Ranchi over a period of time. Uh, the program is unique because you will not have, this is the, I think would be the only time you would be sitting and listening something, but all other time remaining 5 days you are doing things with each other, with villagers, and all the time you're solving problems, you're thinking through design thinking, system thinking, a lot of engagement. I'm sure that when you would sit here at the end of the program, you'll not realize how the time has passed. Such would be the engagement that is promised. But while you are fully engaged and while you are learning various skills, keep remembering these 5 questions that we are putting in front of you. Mahatma Gandhi, when he was thrown out of station on South Africa, I think he realized something that he should not be tolerating. And after the question, I think he light our first lamp in a way symbolically. And the question that he has thrown at you is that what discomfort are you currently avoiding that you may not like to hold in future? You would like to be accountable for that. Similarly, Abdul Kalam, I mean, our old famous and our lovable president who just did not do a science but also gave us a purpose in terms of dreams. And he gave you the question: does the discipline of your everyday life is matching the dream that you are really carrying in? So do think about it in this next 5 days. Baba Amte, I don't know how many of you are aware, but a beautiful work done in Anand 1 in Maharashtra. When the leprosy patient used to be on the road and people would just walk by, he was the one who felt how I can walk. I have to work for them. And there's some, and that kind of a feeling for someone, that compassion is something which question he has given to you, that what pain do you understand well enough that you will not like to justify and work on it. Okay, that most of the pain we keep justifying it. And then we have a Birsa Munda. You're in a land of Jharkhand and Ranchi. Anybody here from Ranchi would understand the contribution of Birsa Munda. He stand against the injustice, and the question that he has given you, whose voice you're not hearing when you actually work on change making and progress. Are there some voices that have been suppressed? And lastly, Savitribai Phule, whose contribution we all are aware in terms of education and the courage that she has shown. So the lamb, fifth lamb that we enlightened, was on her name, where she put you question, which inequality do you clearly see right now, but hesitate to enact, and would you like to act in future? So next 5 days, lot of engagement, lot of leadership building, a lot of brainstorming on the questions that you will observe. But while doing that, 5 questions we want you to be with you, discuss with your friends, with the IPM students here, with professors, with anybody that you find around, and would like to answer this in your remaining life to make you a great change maker that we all visualize it for you. With that, I wish you all the best, and we all will be there to keep having some dialogue with you throughout these 5 days. All the best, guys. Yep.
Thank you so much, sir, for that thoughtful address. Your words remind us that meaningful change does not begin with perfect plans or ready answers, but with curiosity, responsibility, and the willingness to engage honestly with the world around us.
Programs like YCP are possible only when academic leadership believes that learning should extend beyond classrooms and examinations. With this, we invite Professor Zavish Krishnakutty, IPM Chairperson, IIM Ranchi, to address the gathering.
Good morning, all dear students, respected Director Sir, Professor Gaurav Sir, Dean, and our respected faculty members, as well as proud parents. I don't have a prepared speech, but I'm really proud. I'm really proud that, like you, young, change makers, that you come forward to, to work for the society. I, at this point in time, I'm just remembering my school days. So in my graduation, like every Saturday, Sunday, after my class, Monday to Friday, I used to have class. So every Saturday, Sunday, I spend my times in my all 5 years of my education. I goes to village. I participate in many activities. I goes to village. I take part in Pulse Polio League in my place. That was one of the major issues. We used to work for that. And I work for whatever the society that is there. The reason is, see, you have seen here the leaders, that Abdul Kalam, Mahatma Gandhi, Birsa Munda, many people that you look at it. See, all these people, what they earned nothing. They have sacrificed their entire life for the society, for the change. And now our Prime Minister has a huge vision, the Vikshit Bharat. And we need to achieve that. It is every one of us, the job that we need to contribute one or other way to the society without looking what I earned. It is not always that we should look at a transaction motive. It is that what we can do for the society, for this nation, for this, for the betterment of the whole world. What can I do? That is most important, and for that I feel that all of you that come forward to do something in your life, that is the best thing that we need to have. So thank you for coming here and doing this, and enjoy your next 5 days. That is more important, and I'm proud, and I'm thanking our directors are taking such an initiative and supporting us for all this event, because this kind of events, that is what more important. So I'm grateful, sir, director sir, as well as Professor Gauravji, for taking such initiative, and I'm totally proud of my students, IPM students. Thank you so much for organizing such kind of events, and you should keep on doing this. This is what that as an institute that we should do for society. We have to arrange such kind of programs. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging and insightful words. Your address reinforces the idea that education is not only about careers, but about building socially aware, responsible, and grounded individuals. At IIM Ranchi, leadership has consistently supported initiatives like YCP because they help students develop perspective, empathy, and a deeper understanding of society. With this, we invite Dr. Deepak Kumar Srivastav, Director, IIM Ranchi, to address us. Thank you.
Johar, Namaste, very good morning. My faculty colleagues on the dais, dear young change makers, and especially the parents who come from different parts of country. Welcome to IIM Ranchi, and this is Young Change Maker 4.0. So this program was started 3 years back, and this was the first initiative under the institute. One major priorities, that was the social impact. So I can say this is the flagship event of Institute Strategic Priority Social Impact. Now I would like to thank entire IPM community, which is very, very vibrant, and they conceptualized this entire program, Young Change Maker. And every year they do some kind of experiments, and that I have been watching very carefully, that in each edition there is something different. So this time the theme is different. I think last year there was an international edition. We had good number of participants from different countries. And so many things are driven by, IPM community. So I would like to thank entire this IPM community who conceptualized and keep going on. And would like to see many more Young Change Maker programs on campus. So let me tell you what is the thought process. Of course, this is very much aligned with the institute priority, but why we started this Young Change Maker? This is not very rare, because many places in country you would see, and also in foreign B schools, there are so many social initiatives and the work is done. But we had some thought process and we reflected, we discussed this multiple times. What is change? And the beginning of change, how it starts. Right? Beginning of change is not limited to position, authority, and age. The change starts with intent, the courage. I'm sure you are 100 participants are here. You would be having certain ideas. Would it be advisable to ask you to stop working or experimenting on your idea for a couple of more years? When you come to degree program, that would be the right time to work on it. It would not be. The reason is there would be a lot of opportunity cost, the time cost, right? Who knows, your idea would be great idea and may contribute significantly to Indian economy, Indian system. Fact is that we have so many social opportunities to work upon. And you have certain advantages. The very first advantage is you have fresh perspective. You have a different mindset to see the problem, to see the issues. And that brings more creation perspective. Very often what happens, we have a kind of dilemma, create or complain. When you have negative experiences, you would tend to have more, the complaining and other things, how to minimize it. And when you have very positive experience, the focus would be more on creation. The second advantage you are having, that is the more ability to experiment, right? So now the time is different. We don't live in a very linear approach. Once upon a time where I used to be very linear and do this thing at that particular age, then once you go to college, you have to do this, then after college, you have to do this. Now things are more circular in nature. The big idea has come, you don't know when idea comes. So if you ask me very simple definition of idea is, idea means you plus anything. Idea comes to you, but anything is circumstance. There are different circumstances, the way you are interacting, who is advising you, with whom you are meeting, networking. There can be possibility when you are here, when perhaps the goal would be developing your opportunity of networking. IPM students you are interacting. There would be certain ideas. No idea is blockbuster. Only thing is that is the responsibility of person to make idea is reasonable or workable. So, with this perspective, we thought we have to create a program, Young Changemaker program, and the participants will be from different parts of country. They would have a kind of exposure and a reasonable exposure because Jharkhand is having some unique opportunities. You would be in field, you would interact with people, and we are not expecting a revolution, right? Idea or any experiment, any new change starts with the small. And always we need to appreciate the power of smallness. Small is beautiful, right? Whatever the intent is more important, scale comes later. Once you have a reasonable this understanding what India is, what kind of social issues is, and that would give a kind of triggering. This would be a triggering point, and then you will start thinking on it. So there are two broad goals. What Professor Gaurav pointed out: the future leader, right? I would make it simple: the leader, right? Leadership, always leadership in present, right? And leadership means there has to be something in action. So at least two skills are very important, and which perhaps would be the outcome of this program. One skill that we call agency skill, the ability to believe or confidence that you can act whatever, it can be big act or a small act. The second is intelligence. That intelligence is the social intelligence, because we have so many opportunity to create social products, right? And that possibility comes when you have a reasonable understanding, you have first hand experience. And when you go to class after few years or after 1 or 2 years, some of you will go to B school, some of you go to public space. There may be different opportunities, but there has to be kind of readiness. You will have some advantages. The advantage is that if you have a reasonable agency skill and you have a reasonable social intelligence, you would be able to connect much better. You would be able to create new products, new solution. You would be able to resolve the problems, what country, what we have. So with this, we decided to make this program. And and when you come to any B schools, anything, you would find it more useful. I am very happy to see this time more than 100 participants from different, and I'm sure many of you are from different states, right? And 5 days program. This is very well designed by professors, students, and some experts would also be involved. And you would be here, parents are here. Again, I would like to welcome them and hope that you would be enjoying the campus and to see the what business school is. And Ranchi is beautiful city, right? There are so many things are planned in this program, and hope you would enjoy and look forward to interacting with you again. And you would be able to find some idea or some thought process. I think that would be enough for young change maker, that how you can create in society, or you can create something new to society. With this, I would like to end and welcome you again I am Ranchi, and look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, over the years, the YCP has grown into a shared journey shaped by students, mentors, and real experiences on the ground. Each edition adds new learnings, new challenges, and new perspectives. To take us through how YCP began, how it has evolved, and what makes it meaningful year after year, we now invite Mayur Sonavane to share the journey of the Young Changemakers program.
Hello everyone, hello changemakers, hello parents, hello faculties, hello sir. I just want to clarify one thing. Today I'm here as a representative of all the IPM students that have contributed to YCP year on year right from the first edition. Can I have my PPT please? Okay, till the time the PPT comes, let's start. Yeah. So back in August 2023, I joined I Am Ranchi. As every one of you, I did not know what to do. But there were three words that resonated right from the seniors of mine, that there's one thing in this college that is YCP. I didn't know what was YCP, the full form, for the first month. But then came to my idea that yes, YCP is the Young Changemakers program. And I'll take you through the story of how YCP was built. It was not the idea that instantly came up, no, we have a program where we call students, take them to the village, that helps them solve problems and also help the villagers. So the first IPM batch in the summers of 2023 had two options for the social internship. Either join the National Skill Development Mission, a very easy chill internship where they would work, build projects, or go to Rasa Beda, a far-flung village deserted in the hills of Jharkhand, where there was no accessibility. You needed 1 hour from the campus to go there and then another 30 minutes of trek. But then who likes easy things? A group of students came together and started and decided that, okay, let's go up to it, we'll take up the challenge. But YCP was not always started with a grand vision. It was always confusion. The first idea of YCP was, let's build a hackathon. One guy said, okay, I'm good at EdTech. Other said, let's get high school students. And so the first idea was a hackathon. But it was easy, it was not that challenging. And then someone asked the right question, the wrong question basically. Why didn't we bring students to campus? Now, everyone did not like this idea. It was safe, it was very serious, it was unsafe. How can 9th graders travel for the first time outside their homes, come to Ranchi, an unknown place, and stay there? It was very tough. Everyone did not agree to it. But then we had Gaurav sir and the first IPM batch who everyone came together, convinced everyone, and that gave shape to YCP as it is today. YCP 1.0 was built in just 10 to 15 days of work, and it was a 3-day program started with majorly students from Ranchi. It was a complete tabula rasa, and we figured out that something can be done. Yes, students are improving, and the village was also benefiting from this. And so we started with the 2.0, the global edition, where we had students, approximately 15% of the cohort was international and also spanning 23 states of India. We raised around 3 lakh rupees in the second edition, and that was a good success. But more than that, the most successful thing that came out from 2.0 was the Smokeless Chulas project. 4 young change makers just like you from different teams came together to work something and to make something for the villages. They went to different IAS officers, got funding, and brought smokeless chulas. So today, all 38 households of Rasa Beda have a smokeless chula. It has helped improve reduce the respiratory diseases between them, and has helped a lot, reducing the consumption of the wood as well. Then came 3.0. We thought that let's do something different. There is some still missing in the scope of improvement. So we came up with the process of a 3-step funnel. That we have a 4-week online impact initiator, which you guys have recently done, and then a rural emotion boot camp. We increased the rural emotion boot camp duration from 4 days to 5 days, and also have an impact accelerator where students are supported to build their own personal projects in the village that they go to or in their localities. So YCP will be a lifelong journey of a community of change makers. We got 2 successful projects till now from the 3.0 cohort. The first was Project Anchal. Around 600 kgs of clothes were donated in Bangalore, and 300 kgs of them were shipped to Ranchi and given to Rasabeda, the village that YCP started with. The second project was animal repellent device. Has anyone of you heard about an animal repellent device, especially in Shark Tank? Yes. The cost is around 10 to 15,000 rupees. And it's not affordable for some such far-flung villages which have the major problems. So our change maker, Avi, came up with an idea to build it in less than 2,000 rupees. So we have deployed the first prototype in last month, and it has worked well. And Avi is there building with more prototypes to help ensure that all over the Rasabeda is ready with the animal repellent devices to sort the animal problem, especially the elephant. The major idea of why YCP is there is that you guys do not pray for God to get an easy life. Your goal should be to pray to get the strength so that you can solve all the hardest problems. The device is in your pockets. It will be around at least 40 to 50,000 rupees, and that's actually the monthly income of around 4 to 5 households cumulatively of the village you'll go to. Privilege is not just about guilt, it is about the responsibility. YCP is here so that you guys can understand what's in it for you. You have to understand why are you here. Many of you would be for the certificates. Many of you would be aiming that I come into IIM Ranchi later on, and this will be some good CV addition. But there might be some who want to do something for the society and create some impact. And that is why YCP is there. In the next 5 days, you have to seek discomfort. Come out of your comfort zone. Everyone of you would have been traveling alone for the first time. And that is what YCP does to you. It gets you out of the comfort zone and helps you build yourself. You go out there, make a fool out of yourself. Embarrassment is very temporary, but the regret of not doing anything will always be permanent for you. And so here, welcome to YCP, the Ignite edition. Let's roll it. Thank you so much.
We now move on to a symbolic and meaningful part of today's inauguration.
We invite our esteemed guests, Zaveer sir, Gaurav sir, and our director to leave their handprints on the YCP canvas. This gesture represents shared responsibility and the many hands that come together to shape the Young Changemakers program. As we come close to the conclusion of today's inauguration, we would like to pause and come together in a moment of unity and respect. I request everyone present here to kindly rise for the national anthem.
अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Everyone, please take a seat.
We sincerely thank all our distinguished guests for being a part of today's inauguration and for setting the tone for YCP 4.0, the Ignite edition. Your presence and words have added meaning to the beginning of this journey.
At this point, we request our respected parents, faculty members, and honored guests to kindly proceed as per the schedule. We ask all participating students to please remain seated as further instructions regarding the Rural Immersion Bootcamp will follow shortly. Thank you,
Thank you so
everyone.
much.